Maria, hungry. What are you doing?
I'm cupping squad.
Yay! You're gonna decorate the whole place. It's all in green. I like it. When I came to this company, I found that we had a very high attendance problem, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it. As I looked into it, I noticed a lot of it was due to the lack of childcare availability and affordability, so I started looking for solutions to that.
Looking at our rates of turnover, especially coming out of the pandemic, healthcare workers were at an all-time demand. And our staff weren't necessarily leaving to go to other healthcare providers. They were leaving because they couldn't afford childcare.
Back in 2021, I had the opportunity to have a coffee conversation with Allie regarding childcare as it related to accessibility, affordability, and quality. And one of the things that we really like to do at Ambassador Enterprises is to think about how we can bring people together in a community to find sustainable solutions.
The Northeast Indiana Early Childhood Coalition came together in December of 22, and we are 11 counties working together to ensure that all families have access to affordable quality care in Northeast Indiana.
The cost of childcare around here for quality licensed daycare is sometimes a full check, and sometimes they have to quit their jobs just to be able to take care of their children. On a human level, we want our employees to feel safe and comfortable, including making sure their children are well taken care of, educated, and able to thrive. Us looking at TriShare and helping them share the cost of quality childcare, I think it's going to really help them.
So TriShare, it's a national model where it's dividing the cost of care between the employer, the parent, and state funds. So in our case, we have funds from the Strategic Development Commission.
So we've been very fortunate as an organization to receive a $5 million grant to pilot the TriShare Plus model from our Strategic Development Commission.
Well, the reality is that when we look at the future of children, they're going to be the leaders, they're going to be the ones who are taking care of us, and so it's a community-wide responsibility to chip in on this.
Success would look like that in the next legislative session, we would be able to demonstrate that this pilot has been successful, not only an economic benefit for our community and our state, but also for the personal lives of our children and our families, that Indiana can be a place where families want to live and move because of how we value childcare.
And then we also looked at the gains that our local governments had, right? Because we knew that we increased tax revenues when we got more families back into the workforce. So for us, it was really a win-win.
Even if you look at something as simple as the dollars and cents of turnover, this makes so much sense to an organization, not to mention the other benefits of just the culture it creates and the peace of mind it creates for the employees. I think one of the biggest conversations I've had with other leaders about TriShare is, how do you afford this? And I say, how can't you? We want people to care for our kids the same way that we care for our patients. You can't describe how important that is to our team.
Investing in early childhood care and high quality care really is ultimately, it's similar to planting a tree. You don't plant a tree for yourself, you plant it for the next generation. And maybe one day you'll be able to enjoy the shade too, but more likely you're going to be telling others about the investment you made 20 years ago. My highest and best hope is that we can find solutions that work better to help us build the communities that we're going to be proud to call home, and make sure that the children that grow up in them truly look back on it with fond memories.